Hey, welcome back. What if I told you that you have a part to play in whether or not you're blessed? Well, that is the case, and today we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about 3 things that you will want to avoid if you want a blessed life. After those 3 things, I'm going to end with a quick anecdote for what you should do to be blessed. Let's dive in. Full transparency today. The studio is a mess, but I got Marvin helping me out. Studio's a mess. I'm tired, but in the spirit of transparency and consistency, here we are. It's not going to stop us from talking about being blessed. So, what 3 things should you avoid if you want a blessed life? Well, if you'll look with me in the book of Psalms, the first Psalm, actually, we will see these 3 things. So, Psalm 1 and the first verse says, "Blessed is the man." So again, if you're watching this, you probably are a man or woman that wants to be blessed. This word here, it means blessedness or happy. And so happy is the man, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly or the wicked. First thing you're going to want to avoid is walking in ungodly counsel. On the flip side of this, because we want this video to have a positive tilt, on the flip side, if you want to be a blessed man and avoid walking in ungodly counsel, then you would be wise to walk in godly counsel. The second thing you'll want to avoid if you want to be blessed is standing in the path of sinners. What you're going to see here in these few verses is a progression of bad to worse. And it goes from somebody who's they're just walking in the counsel to start off with, and then they go from walking to standing. And now they're not just standing in the counsel, but they're standing in the path or in the way that the sinners go, because they've listened to the counsel long enough to now be in that same way, and that's really is the path of life. That if you listen to the wrong, ungodly, and wicked counsel long enough, one of the reasons you're not going to be blessed is because you're going to be led down the wrong path. So it's very important what counsel you listen to. And side note, I want to make this clear that I do not replace and should never replace anybody's pastor. I believe everybody should have a pastor. You should have a main voice of counsel that you go to, that you listen to, that you trust, that you know is godly. Yes, there's safety in a multitude of counsel, but you need to have a single person that you can go to that can tell you no. So the third thing that you want to avoid if you want to be blessed is sitting in the seat of the scornful. Again, this is a progression here that happens of somebody who is in ungodly counsel for too long, and then they start going that direction of that ungodly counsel. They start walking in the path that sinners walk and standing in that path, and then they go from standing to sitting in a designated place, a seat of the scornful. And scornful are those that they've been hurt somehow. They've got bitterness. They've got life's issues that they're dealing with, and so they're talking bad about God. They're atheists. They're maybe agnostic. They're ex-Christians, and it's not enough for them just to have went away or lived in ungodly counsel for a certain amount of time, but they have to also, for whatever reason, speak and spew their counsel and their way, their path to others, and their scorn to others to try to provoke them to go a different direction. So if you end up in this place, you're not in a good place. You're likely not living a very blessed life. But there is hope. I want to end on verse number 2 here, that is kind of, for me, the whole theme and purpose of this channel. It's what I try to do daily. It's what I am trying to encourage each of you to do. And I might even just dedicate this as a purpose statement. It says, "But his delight is in the law of the Lord," or it's in the Word of God. "And in his law he meditates day and night," or he ponders about it. He talks to himself about it. He's constantly thinking about it, meditating about the Word of God, the law of God, the truths of God. Not the counsel of ungodly, not the way of sinners, not the seed of the scornful, but the Word of God that is true, that is encouraging. That's the sign of somebody that will have a blessed life. And I would encourage you, go read the rest of this passage here in Psalms 1 and see what a blessed life really looks like. See what it results in when you are walking the right way, when you're pondering, meditating on the Word of God. That's it for this one. Quick one today. Thanks again for tuning in. And if you aren't already, please subscribe. I have committed to doing a video every other week, at least until March of 2025. So subscribe to help me fulfill this challenge, and I will see you in the next one. God bless.